Hey guys, it's Lauren. This video is going to be all about makeup that actually lasts a long work shift. So I work about 13-hour shifts, and so I have to have my makeup last at least like probably 15 or 16 hours. So this is the finished makeup look for today. I've actually already had this makeup on for about 8 hours, so this is how it's turning up. I mean, minus this little guy. This is how it looks so far after, about 8 hours. And I touch my face a lot, so it'll tend to rub off a little bit right here and right here. But other than that, I think it still looks pretty good. And I still got my glow going. So if you want makeup that actually lasts, then just keep on watching. Okay, so I got you up close now. I have already primed with my Becca backlight priming filter, and that's what that looks like. And then also, I love this because it gives just it blurs out the skin and then gives you such a good glow. And I feel like it makes my makeup last longer too. So then I went in with my Tatcha Silk Canvas one. I love this one just for filling in the pores and everything like that. Okay, and then I primed my eyes with the Mary Kay eye primer. So I'm just gonna get the boring stuff out of the way, and then we'll go in with the good stuff. As you can see, it's been a rough week. I've been traveling, and you can see with my bags under my eyes and all of my acne. So we're gonna cover that up. So before I go in with my foundation, I will spot conceal my pimples first. So I'm just gonna go in with this Mary Kay, this is an old one, it comes in this kind of packaging now, concealer, and I am just going to go over that area. Sometimes when I have like a lot of breakouts or like new breakouts, I will use this It Cosmetics Bye breakout. It's not going to cover much, but it's going to put a layer of kind of like a treatment, like a salicylic acid. Actually, I'm not sure if it has salicylic acid or if it has benzoyl peroxide, but it's it kind of gives you a little bit layer before you put on all of your other stuff, so that you're not actively putting makeup directly into the area. So then after that, I'll do my foundation. So like I said, I have worked 13-hour shifts, so I have to have my makeup last for at least 14 or 15, 16 hours. So I like to use a long lasting makeup. So one of those is the Catrice. This is the drugstore one. Catrice says it lasts up to 24 hours. The Born This Way, Too Faced Born This Way one, the Stila one, and then also the Makeup Forever one. Those are, oh, and the Wet n Wild one's good too. So any of those are good for making things last longer. I'm gonna use I haven't used the Stila one in a minute, so I'm gonna go ahead and use that. And lately I've been wanting a little bit more sheer coverage, so I've been just using the Beauty Blender. But other than that, I've been using the Luxie 532 round top blender brush. We got this one in a Boxy Luxe, I think. And this one is great for just stippling in if you want more coverage. But lately, like I said, I've been just doing lighter coverage. So I'm just gonna pounce that on for now. So like I said, I am a vet tech at a surgical and referral hospital. So I mostly work in the ER, and I really love it, but you have to have your makeup lasting, because just like in a human ER, you never know what's gonna come in. you could have a dog attack or you could have a gunshot. You know, you never know. And you can't be like, stop, I gotta fix my makeup real quick. So you gotta be prepared and not, like, I never touch up during work, ever. So this is a good routine for making things last. It's gonna be more of your, it's not gonna be for everybody. It's not gonna be like an everyday work routine, but I work nights and weekends, so, and I work on the weekends, nights and weekends, so I can get away with a little bit more heavier glam because, you know, I do work the weekends and I work nights. And excuse this mess, I mowed the grass today, so all of my, I'm kind of sunburned, so I applied sunscreen on my face and I forgot to do it on my body, so I didn't think, you know, 9 o'clock in the morning, you know, would be, or 8 o'clock in the morning would be too bad, but apparently it was. So, if I was really wanting to cover more, I would go in with a second layer, but I'm just not really feeling it, so I'm just gonna cover up a little bit. Let me zoom you in a little. Okay, that should be a little bit more zoomed in. Okay, so, and then if I want to do a little bit more, you know, spot correction, then I can. This is the Huda Beauty Overachiever Concealer. I just finished my Tarte one, but this is good for, because this one's good for underneath the eyes. I may have to mix it with a little bit darker one to match my skin. There we go. Okay, and then we will go in with our concealer. So I like to do an under eye corrector first. So I have the Mary Kay one, and I will just do a tiny dot right there, like a little line there. And then I just finished one of my favorite concealers besides the Tarte one is the what is it called? The Catrice one. And I just finished that. You'll see that in an MT's video here soon enough. But so I'm just trying to use up the ones that I have open right now. This is the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define. But I'm just trying to use this up before I have like 5 or 7 more to do before I open another one. And I have another Tarte one, and I have, then I'm gonna, depending on the Tarte and how I like that one, because it's been a while, I'll probably end up purchasing the Catrice one. I just am in love with that one right now. So there's that. All right, so to set that, I have been using the Huda Beauty. I cannot talk today. It's been a long day. I've been up mowing the grass, then I took a little nap, and then I went to the dentist office, and now I'm about to go to dinner with my mom, and then we are going to, I live, you know, North Alabama, and we have the Huntsville Botanical Gardens, and so they're having the Chinese Lantern Festival thing tonight. Well, they've been having it, so Mom and I are gonna go there. I'm just gonna set the under eye, and I'll just go ahead and bring it to the top of my lid and go ahead and set that too, instead of buying a whole nother separate powder to do that. Okay, so a little bit more about me. I love animals, as you can tell. I have a border collie mix. Her name is Georgia. I rescued her down when I was in Auburn at school, and I graduated, see, I just turned 27. I graduated in 2014 with my Bachelor's of Science in Animal Science. And I'm doing my, getting my vet tech license right now. So I never actually applied for vet school or anything like that. I found that I like, you know, this side better, the vet tech side better, because I like to do all the blood work and IV catheters and all that kind of stuff. So I've decided, and then they do a lot more paperwork and stuff, or at least at my job, because I work at the ER. Okay, so now I'm going to set my face. This is actually a mixture. This is partly Mary Kay, part Laura Mercier. So I love the Laura Mercier translucent powder, but I got the glow one this time, and this legit has like sparkles in it. So I've just been mixing this in with the Mary Kay powder to give it a little bit more of a glow, but not have, you know, glitter on my face. So I'm just gonna use this Fair Brush 50F that we got in like an Ipsy bag, I want to say. And I will just stamp that. So I found if you stamp it instead of smearing it, you'll get more like fuller coverage if you're using like a tinted powder. And I'm using the Mary Kay tinted mineral powder. And then once you've patted it, then you can smooth over. I'll go a little bit down my neck since we did go down there. I always drag my foundations down a little bit. So I'm so pale that, I mean, I'm burnt right now, but I'm so pale that I will look, if I use the same color foundation as my actual skin, I will look sickly. So I usually do one shade darker, and then I will bronze my neck to match my like scrubs and everything, or the V of my neck so that my scrubs look fine. Otherwise I literally look like I'm sick. So I have a major forehead crease right there always. So I always pat that out first. And then I'll blend in that. Sometimes if I have time, I will bake underneath my eyes. But a lot of times I'm usually running late, so I don't have time for that. So now I'm going to spray my Morphe continuous setting mist. Just gonna throw that everywhere. I'm trying to use this one up because it's pretty much empty. Whoop, yep, there goes. It's gonna be empty. So I will let that, my trusty dusty fan. So I'll let that dry real quick and get all the powders. And just because I have really dry skin, it gives one extra layer of hydration before I go in with all my powders. Okay, there we go. I pull my hair back so it won't be so annoying, because I know when other people are doing it and all they're doing is playing with their hair, it's so annoying. So I try not to do that. Okay, so like I was saying, I do opposite of what a lot of people do. So I like really like shiny and glittery, not glittery, but shimmer on my cheeks, and then I'll do a matte bronzer up here. So for up here, I mean, I'll do some glow, but a lot of times I will use my butter bronzer, or if I'm really pale, I'll use my Guerlain terracotta bronzer. This one is just this is what it looks like. It's a little light for me, but I like this one because it's got a little bit of pink in there too. And then, or I'll use my Lorac one. And then for here, I will use, so my absolute favorite one is my Becca, but this one is almost a dupe for it. It is the Rimmel Natural Bronzer, and it's got a little bit of shimmer in there. It's hard to tell. So, and then also, oh, I did add a little bit of pan on there. But I also love this one. This one is the Tarte one. And then as far as nose contour, I like my number 7 one because it's so light. But I just got the Jouer one in. So I'm so excited. I'm gonna try this one today. So I like to use either a big fan brush to get, it just makes it so much faster and so easier. And also this is what I'll use to bronze up my chest because it makes it so fast. So I'll just pat a little on here. I'll just mix both shades. And I'll just go down the perimeters. And it may not look good right now, but it'll come together, I promise. And I always usually go heavy-handed, so I'll bronze it out. And then gotta go underneath there and get that double chin. So like I was saying, I just got the new Milani one, so I'm gonna use that today. And I usually use it on either like a little brush like this so I can get right, because I more do like a harsh wide contour. I haven't really been into like straight contouring with my like Ita brush, my NARS Ita brush. I've been doing more, you'll see, because it'll look really harsh at first, but then once you put your blush on and everything, it'll just look great, hopefully. Like I said, this is the first time I've used this one, so if it turns out bad, sorry. And I know you're supposed to use darker colors here, and you're not supposed to use shimmers here because you want to, you know, trick the light. But if I use a darker contour, I literally will look like I've been hit in the face. Like I'll look like I have a bruise on my face. So I'll just continue to build this up. And so see, it looks really harsh right now. And whatever's left on my brush, I'll just do here. So then they'll have like a little bit of shine, because I love to look glowy. So then I always just blend it out a little bit. And then, so my favorite blush right now is this Pacifica one, and I can't get it anymore. It came in here, I think we got it in Ipsy, and it's this color right here, and I can't find it. I think it's Beaming, but it could be Tender Heart, but I want to say it's Beaming, but it's oh good. So I've been using that a lot. Also, I have a couple that I'm trying to pan along, which are these two Tarte ones. And then I have this Jouer one that I just got not too long ago that's just gorgeous. So that's what this is what I got to replace my Pacifica one, because I can't find it anymore. So, but I would highly recommend it if you can find it. And if you do, let me know where, because I'll buy like 5 of them. Okay, not really, I'll buy one. Okay, so we are just gonna use this one Tarte blush in Feisty. These are the Amazonian Clay 12-hour blushes, so I like these because they last longer on the skin than some of the other blushes. So I wanted to put this, you know, look up, because every time people do like foundation wear tests, it's like, 8 to 10 hours. And they're like, well, it held up great throughout the day. And I'm like, I'm not even, like, I'm barely halfway through my shift at that point. So, and I love blush, so maybe a little heavy for most people. So, and I always tend to go a little bit heavier at the beginning because you know, makeup products tend to, you know, fade throughout the day. So if you go a little bit heavier at the beginning, tends to, I mean, no, you don't want to look like a clown or anything, but if you go a little bit heavier at the beginning, then things tend to last a little bit longer. And then I also, we'll just use this one. And then, so I want a little bit more shine. So I have this one in Sweet. It's another Tarte one. This one's got, you know, probably straight glitter in there. But normally I'll just do a little bit of that. Okay. Now is highlight. So my favorite combo, these are gonna be two completely different realms. So first I'll go with the Essence Pure Nude Highlighter. This just gives such a beautiful natural glow. So I will do this first. And I like to go here. And it just gives such a natural, good looking glow. But then on the high points, and then sometimes I'll even go up here. In the high points, I have my Dior. I know. This is the Dior Backstage Glow Palette. And I'm going to use the strobe colors in white and gold. These two up here. And I'll just mix both of those together. And I'll just do that right on the high points. So it looks a little much now. So what I'll do is I'll take my beauty blender and I will just stamp that out a little bit. Oh, we gotta contour the nose. Okay, so like I was saying, I use the number 7 one. And I've been just using this Morphe Y20 brush. It's just like an eyeshadow brush. It's supposed to be for like your corner of your eyes. But I'll just take some of this and, sorry, I gotta look in my mirror. And it's gonna look harsh at first because I'm just getting the outline. And then we will blend it out and it'll look more natural. And then I go on the bottom, and then I'll go a little bit on the sides. And then I always go a little bit up here as well. And then I'll take this brush. And I'll just blend it out a little bit and just gives us a little bit of a natural. And then I will take, so I have to use an absolutely white highlighter on my nose because even this nude one is too dark and that one's too dark. So I use a white and I'll just take it right down the middle, and I'm just using the side of my brush and then a little right there. And then we will spray our face skin. Okay, so we're done with our face. I'm just gonna give you a little bit of a closer up view. Let me give it the light. So I am just gonna play around with a couple different palettes today. I'm gonna try to narrow it down to these two. This is my absolute favorite lately, and please ignore the way that it looks. This is the Dominique Cosmetics Latte palette, and it is gorgeous. Look at all that. And then I'm also gonna dip into this one because I've been using this one nonstop. I'm gonna try to use this one today. This is the Nubian palette by Juvia's Place, and those are those colors. So a lot of good transition colors, ones to deepen up. So what I like to do a lot is I like to mix colors. I like to mix warm colors and mix them with cool tones, and I just like the way it looks. I think it comes out cool. So I'm gonna dip in to this color right here, and please bear with me, this is my first makeup video, so I'll get better, I promise. So I'm just gonna take this color. Remember, I've already set my eyelid with that powder from earlier.
We're just gonna keep blending. I'm not used to powdering probably a year. At least a good 8 months. So it's not working out that bad. I wish you could see this in person. This camera is not doing justice. I have my little mirror right beside me, so.
And this is probably the color that I take the most time with, because I have hooded eyes, so this is the color that you're gonna see the most. And I will bring it a little bit higher because once I close it, you can see it covers up a lot. So I will take this a little bit higher than most. Okay, then I'm gonna use my Morphe Y19, and I'm gonna go into this darker color right here. And this is what I was talking about. I like to mix a little bit of cool tones in here too, because it goes really good when you have the contrast, especially when, and I won't use a lot of cool tones, but mostly just my like crease color is what I like to do. A darker color, more cool tone color, because it's going to give that more dimension. It's going to give that more natural where your crease is. Okay, so yes, I told you about my border collie mix. Her name is Georgia. I got her the day, or what we're gonna call the day after her first birthday, because we don't really know. We're gonna say that we got her at 1, and she's now 7. Oh my gosh. She doesn't look it. She's still freaking rambunctious as heck, but anyways, so I moved back in with my parents right after I graduated from college to save a little money, and so I just bought a house. I'm so excited. I'm gonna go into this palette. I'll just go into this color right here. We're just gonna, and I'll do a whole bunch of makeup for a shift, but I'm not gonna do, like every now and then I'll do like a bright color, but most of the time I'm just doing very neutral colors. And I'm just gonna pat this on the outer corner. So I just bought a house. I'm so excited. I've been in here almost a year now, so I am still getting used to that. Like I said, mowing the grass for the first time by myself. My uncle was, I was fortunate enough for my uncle to do my lawn for the first year, and then he's like, I'm gonna give you this lawnmower. It's gonna be on permanent loan until you can buy one yourself, and we're gonna do that so I don't have to mow your grass, because I have a corner lot, so it's a lot. Okay, and then I'm gonna do those same colors from the Nubian palette, and I'm gonna do that on the bottom. They're so great. I'm gonna make that funny face that everyone makes. Anyway, so mowed the lawn today, and I'm gonna go to dinner and the botanicals, and then I'm gonna hang out with some friends. So I work, you know, like I said, I work nights and weekends, so I'm a night owl. And then with that more precise brush, I'm just going to go a little bit closer, and I'm only going to do this on the outer corner, and I may have to dip into that darker color. But oh, I didn't even tell you about my other stuff. I was going to tell you this stuff at the beginning. So starting in college, I actually started selling Mary Kay. So that's why you see a lot of Mary Kay products. But I'm not one of those people who, I more love it for their skincare, not as much as their, I'm using that color from here. You know, makeup and stuff. I mean, I love all their products, but I just like other stuff better, and I've always wanted to try new stuff, so I'm just gonna blend that. So I'm never gonna try to push anything, and I'm never trying to push anything. I have stuff. I basically just do reorders and stuff. I have some customers that just like reorders, so I just am too ADHD and wanting to try all kinds of new stuff that I can't stick to one thing. Okay, and then I just use this banana color cleanup and highlight my brow bone. Okay, now what color do we want to do for the lid? I'm gonna do a lighter color. I'm probably gonna use this color. I just like to use my finger for these. Ooh, wow. Ooh. That just went everywhere. I'm just gonna blend that out. I have to do that outer crease again, because I got a little heavy-handed. That's a beautiful color though. Actually, let's go for a little bit darker color on the crease, or on the outside. We're gonna do this chocolatey color down here, using the Morphe Y18. And I will take a little bit of that and I'll blend it up into the very outside of the crease. It's looking a lot darker on camera. It's actually really light in person, believe it or not. Okay, and then I'm gonna take that original brush and that original orangey color and blend. Okay, and then we'll just take a tiny bit more of that in the inner corner. Alright, so that's a little bit more of a close-up of what it looks like right now. I'm going to blend out those edges a little bit, but other than... Okay, so now we are going to do eyeliner, and normally what I'll do is, because I have blue eyes, I'll do a brown liner. The one I have is the Tarte one, but when I want to do more natural color, I have been actually just not doing eyeliner on the top, and I've been just tight lining. And so that's what I'll do today. That way it just looks a little bit less harsh. So I'll go ahead and do that off camera, and I'll be right back. But as you can see, I just tight lined, and it just gives it a little bit of a look, but not, you know, not much. Okay, so can't find my mascara for some reason, but I usually use, I can use any mascara. I naturally have pretty long lashes, so I can use any, you know, mascara, but I always top it off with the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir one, because that's just my absolute favorite. So the one I have right now, let's see, this is, they don't even make this anymore. I opened it up probably a month ago or so, and it was too wet. So I have let it kind of dry a little bit, so let's see if it works. But I've had this probably for a year before I even opened it. So it's the Estee Edit by Estee Lauder, which they don't make anymore. And this is the edgiest mascara, so it's double wanded or double sided. So
was just so thick. Let me use the other side. So usually what I'll do is I'll go in, oh yeah, this is still thick, looks goopy. I'll go in with comb one to get the length, and then I'll go in with a brush to get more volume.
Okay, then I'm gonna let that dry and clean up that area. We'll do our eyebrows first. Okay, my favorite is the Anastasia Brow Wiz and the Benefit Goof Proof one. But I want to say I like the Anastasia one better. But I've really been into this L'Oreal one recently. And I just got it in a too dark of a color because I do not like harsh eyebrows. And I'm very heavy-handed with my eyebrows. So I need a color that's really light. So when I do go heavy-handed, it doesn't look too much. But I like a more creamy one because if a thing is too waxy, then it will literally pull my brow hairs out. So like this one, good color match too. This is the Catrice eyebrow one. Literally so waxy, it pulls my eyebrows out. So I'm going to do my eyebrows and then I'll be right back. Okay, so eyebrows are painted on now. So since I said I get so heavy-handed, what my trick is, so actually I will use a blonde eyebrow gel instead of like a clear one or a dark one that matches my hair. Because this one, it just lightened it a little bit. Okay, so last but not least is lips. And biggest key for one that's gonna keep on all night long is liquid lipstick. Let's just use this Tarte one. This is a Tarteist lip paint in Rosé. So since liquid lipsticks can be drying, I always put a chapstick on before. That's just the EOS one. They're not very good, but I'm just trying to use them up. That just lightens it up a little bit. And that's it. That is the finished look. I'll try to get some photos. I'll try to get a photo of me in natural sunlight and I'll post it here or up here, probably up here, to give you a little bit more until I get my lighting done. But this is my, I don't want to say natural glam, but this is my workday glam. So this is it. I hope you enjoyed. And this makeup usually lasts me, just these little tips and tricks will last me, you know, all throughout the makeup day. I use a lot of hydrating stuff. I even bring a hydrating spray with me. So I will spray once throughout the night just to give me a little bit more hydration throughout the night. And then otherwise, or if I'm looking a little powdery or anything like that. Because I do have very dry skin, but I have to powder in order to have my makeup last. So hopefully this helped you, and it's an actual makeup routine that lasts throughout a 12-13 hour shift. So when you have your makeup on 15-16 hours a day, this is what you have to have. So I hope you enjoyed. Leave me a comment down below if you have any other tips or tricks, or if you liked it. You can subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.